Next order of business is the minutes of the prior meeting. Is there a motion on the minutes?
A motion, from the previous meeting to be approved as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Been moved and seconded. Clerk, please take roll, please.
Trustee Otte.
Yes.
Trustee Klinger.
Yes.
Trustee Pecora.
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito.
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio.
Yes. Is there any correspondence? No correspondence. Next order of business is the budget hearing for the budget for this 21-22 fiscal year. At this time, I would entertain a motion that this be tabled for a future meeting to be held in June to do a public hearing and consideration of the budget. Is there a motion?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Otte.
Yes.
Trustee Klinger.
Yes.
Trustee Pecora.
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito.
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio.
Yes. Moving on to committee reports. The first item on the committee reports is the Finance Committee and payment of bills. I'm asking that be held until after we vote on local government ordinances 5 and 6, because those are bills for the new fiscal year, and we need to pass the ordinance for the continuing budget resolution first. You need to vote on that? Or just- Yeah. Okay, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Moved, is there a second?
I'll second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Otte.
Yes.
Trustee Klinger.
Yes.
Trustee Pecora.
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito.
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio.
Yes. Social Services Committee.
Senior Services, Human Services, Code Enforcement Events, Community Outreach, Recreation Reports to be placed on file with the clerk.
No
Do I hear a motion?
No, there's no action necessary, just place them on file. Next order of business, the Sewer and Water Committee. No, I don't know.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I would like the water collection reports to read for 30th, 2021 to be placed on file with the clerk also.
Those will be placed on file. Next order of business is the ordinance number SWO 2021-1. This is an ordinance adopting a continuing annual budget ordinance for the first quarter fiscal 21-22 for the combined sewer and water system. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second? The reason for this is that our current budget ended on the 31st of March, and we are allowed to reappropriate based on the previous year's budget for the first quarter until we finalize the budget for the new fiscal year. So this gives us the authority to spend the money that we're going to spend a little later in the meeting. On the question, please call the roll.
Trustee Otte.
Yes.
Trustee Klinger.
Yes.
Trustee Pecora.
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito.
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio.
Yes. Local government.
All right, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'd like to make a resolution, TR 2021-2, a resolution relating to participation by elected official of Leyden Township in Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any read it? Do we read it in the record? We don't need to read it.
Okay, second.
Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Otte.
Yes.
Trustee Klinger.
Yes.
Trustee Pecora.
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito.
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio.
Yes.
Next, I'd like to make a resolution, TR 2021-3, a resolution adopting the annual 1,000-hour standard for new Town of Leyden employees for Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund participation.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? There's no discussion, clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Otte.
Yes.
Trustee Klinger.
Yes.
Trustee Pecora.
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito.
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio.
Yes.
Next, I'd like to make a resolution, TR 2021-7, a resolution appointing the Town of Leyden's Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund authorized agent.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Clerk call the roll.
Trustee Addie.
Yes.
Trustee Klinger.
Yes.
Trustee Pecora.
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito.
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio.
Yes.
Next, I'd like to make a resolution TR 2021-8, a resolution of the Town of Leyden authorizing certain individuals to be signatories on certain Town of Leyden bank accounts.
Okay, it's been moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Addie.
Yes.
Trustee Klinger.
Yes.
Trustee Pecora.
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito.
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio.
Yes.
Next, I'd like to make an ordinance TO 2021-3, an ordinance adopting a continuing annual budget ordinance for the first quarter of fiscal year 2021 to 2022 for all the town purposes.
Is there a second?
I'll make a second.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion on the motion? If there's no discussion, please call the roll.
Trustee Addie.
Yes.
Trustee Klinger.
Yes.
Trustee Pecora.
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito.
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio.
Yes.
Next, an ordinance for HO 2021-1, an ordinance adopting a continuing annual budget ordinance for the first quarter of fiscal 2021-2022 for all the road district purposes.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the motion? No discussion, please call the roll.
Trustee Addie.
Yes.
Trustee Klinger.
Yes.
Trustee Pecora.
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito.
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio.
Yes.
And that's it for local government, Supervisor Biscaglio.
All right, then we can move back to the Finance Committee report. Trustee Klinger?
Finance Committee.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. The payments in the following funds. Kyle Fiorito Scholarship Fund, 0. General Assistant Fund, $27,163.99. The General Fund, $255,941.04. The Highway Equipment and Building Fund, $3,343.72. The Needy Fund, $10. Road and Bridge Fund, $181,711.99. And the Sewer and Water Fund, $577,236.45.
It's been moved that we authorize the payments from those funds. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion on the motion? Hearing no discussion, clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Addie.
Yes.
Trustee Klinger.
Yes.
Trustee Pecora.
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito.
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio.
Yes. General assistance, that's under the supervisor, and, the report has been filed with the clerk and be placed on file. Next order of business is the supervisor's report. No formal report today, but I wanna, thank all of you for coming out here, and, thank you for the privilege and honor of, serving Leyden Township as a supervisor. Most of those first two rows there are my family. You all want to stand up, so you, that's only about half of them, so. I want to thank you all for coming. I hope we, didn't miss anybody when Pete did a pretty good job of the introductions. We do have one other special guest here.
Pretty good.
Ronald S. D, who's the new president of the Joint Civic Committee of Italian Americans, which we are members of, and he's joined all the Italian American organizations in the Chicago metropolitan area, and as you can hear from some of the names up here, you've got quite a few Italians on this board, so. Is there any old business? No old business? Is there any comments from the public?
Yes, I got, one. Oh, I got a couple. My name is Seymour I wanna say, tomorrow is Rocco's birthday. Support your local businesses, which I do. I go out, support entertainment, the local restaurants, because my wife doesn't cook, so. But that's it, and congratulations to everybody.
Commissioner.
Just want to congratulate again, everybody. Look forward to working with you.
Thank you. We're looking forward to support from, two of our county commissioners out here today. I hope we see them quite a bit in the future. I know we'll see Pete because he only lives a few blocks away from me. I can go pound on his door when I want something. But again, we're looking forward to working with all the mayors. There's a whole bunch of trustees and school board members and police and fire from various towns in Leyden Township that are here. We've come a long way since the early 1980s when Skip and Pete and my good friend Linda, who drove all the way up here from Springfield, and besides being a former state representative, she's also was a former township trustee. It's been a long journey, and I'm looking forward to some good years ahead here in the township and some working. We also have our people from Michigan. Bruce, stand up. Leyden Family Services. Another guy who's been around forever, and we actually used to office in the same building for many years. Stalwart of River Grove, former state representative Harry Smith. And if there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Want me to second that?
Okay, yes. One thing, the June 8th meeting will not take place on June 8th, so we will be rescheduling that meeting to, what did we settle on, the 24th? On June 24th? At 6 o'clock, we will have the budget hearing and the board meeting that will take place immediately following the budget. Because since we have to have a special meeting to pass the budget, there's really not necessary to have two meetings in June. And then also in June, we'll put out a schedule for the next 12 months of meetings. Now, can we entertain a motion? So moved. Been moved and seconded. Been moved and seconded. One last thing, there's gonna be refreshments around the corner and in the tent. Please stay and join us. And again, thank you all. We take a roll.
Yes.
We have a motion on the floor to adjourn. It's been seconded.
Trustee Otte?
Yes.
Trustee Klinger?
Yes.
Trustee Pecora?
Yes.
Trustee Fiorito?
Yes.
Supervisor Biscaglio?
Yes. Meeting's adjourned.